see, the entrance of God's word brings light, and when there is light, faith comes. And that brings me to the topic of today's devotion, which is faith follows light. Psalm 119 and verse 130, it says that the entrance of God's word bringeth light. Now in today's devotion, Brother Hagin gave us a little bit of story of what happened in his teenage years. In his teenage years, he was bedfast. Medical science said that he was going to die. He had an heart disease, and he knew what the new birth is, that he has been saved, and he knew that if he comes to God in prayer, God will hear him. So he had no doubt in that area, but he did not know what God's word said about divine healing, prayer, faith. So he didn't know much, and what he had heard all his life was, concerning healing, just leave it to God. God knows best. And while God knows best, God has provided his best for us in his word, and he wants you and I to have his best. So according to the story, after much study of his Bible, he came to understand what God's word said about divine healing, about faith, about prayer, and he saw how exactly to release his faith, to receive his healing. And after he did that, he received his healing. And he said that if he had known this particular truth for a while, he would have been out of that bed a long time ago. Now, how does this story relate to this particular topic? It means that when light comes to you from God's word, faith is activated. So faith follows light from God's word. And as I said yesterday, if you are not growing in your faith, it means you have not been studying God's word, you've not been meditating on God's word as you should. Now that you know that faith follows life from God's word, this is another reminder that you should spend much time in God's word today. Now say these words after me. I will find out what God's word says, and I will act on it. I will get results. I will see to it that God's word find entrance into my spirit. Life will come and faith will follow. Ensure that you will hit the subscribe button